The following review is going to be on Ractonite, Wave 2 Deluxe figure from the Transformers Kingdom War For Cybertron trilogy. Stay tuned. Hey guys, Rodimusbill here, and today we're going to review Ractonite, Wave 2 Deluxe Class Fossilizer from the Transformers Kingdom War For Cybertron trilogy. Now, Fossilizers are the new name for the old weaponizers or modulators, figures that you take apart to form, in this case, a skeleton robot, and you could take them apart and form weapons other figures could wield. First, we'll take a look at the package. There is the Kingdom War For Cybertron trilogy logo. There's Ractonite with his big pink eye and his skeletal mode. There he is in a robot mode. It's Transformers, Generations Takari Tomy. This is Ractonite, and there he is in the plastic cutout. On this side, you have the Kingdom War For Cybertron trilogy poster with the golden disc. There's the UPC if anybody wants it. On top, it is a Predacon. Oh, WFC-K15. And on the back, it is Robot to, I guess, Fossil Dinosaur in 16 steps. And here he is with Huffer, all weaponized out. And you take them apart, all his different parts, and then you just put them on different characters. And we'll show you that in the review. Now let's get this guy out of the package and see what he is. And here we have Ractonite right out of the package. First, we're going to take a look at his instruction booklet. This is very important for fossilizers because it tells you how to do all the weapons. Let's move this up a little. So we got Transformers Ractonite, and then that is him in his robot mode. And this is how you transform it to the dinosaur mode. And then they tell you how to take all the parts apart and how to, not really sure what, I guess you transform all these parts into these. So then once you get them into here, like flip up the 5mm port, and then each part is labeled A through G. And then this is a big axe where you form. There's Huffer. And then that's the first thing you do. And the second one, you've got this right here forms a sword. And then this will form, you follow the little line, the backpack. And then I guess you just put this here and you just attach the head to the arm. And then in this one you form another sword, follow that to go here, and then you do these directions and it's another club. So he's got one sword, a different kind of sword, the head is a shield, another club, and then you got the big axe. So we'll do all that later. First, we're going to take a look at Ractonite, and he came with a tail. That's his only weapon. And please be careful. Again, we're going to take a look at this. In the back, that is where the tail was. So far in every one of these kingdoms, they've got the weapons zip tied or cable tied in the back. And then you can't forget the card. There is the golden disc, so you slide this out. And it's another Optimus Prime card. Now, the first wave of Optimus Prime cards, you had Prime there. And then when you peeled it back, it was a dead Prime. So here you got Optimus Prime standing with one leg forward. And then here the exact same pose, but he's alive. So that's a little different. For some reason we keep getting Optimus Prime cards too. Now let's look at Ractonite. And he's a pretty neat guy. I like these non-symmetrical figures. We'll take a quick look at his head. He's got red eyes, he's got a black mask, and he's got the gray all around. Coming down here, you got this on the chest, you got his rib cage. On this arm, you've got another bony protrusion. He doesn't really have hands. All he does is have these little things and a port where you could put that on. The other hand, he's got the big dinosaur head for a shoulder. He's got the red eyes. For some reason, they keep having his eyes bulge out red like that on the box, but I mean, they're not really. I mean, here you got like, it looks like they got some bone protrusions under the eyes, but there's nothing like that. So I'm not sure why they did that. But there's his eye, and then he's got, you know, the nose. Going down the legs, you can see these are going to be the dinosaur legs. These are going to be the back dinosaur legs. These are going to be the front ones. And then, oh, there's his Predacon symbol. So he's the evil Decepticon, I would assume. Let's look at that real quick. I'm not really much into Beast Wars, so I don't know much about him. I grew up in the 80s, and by the time Beast Wars came, I was a little too old to collect them. I only started collecting them once I started having my boys. But back to Ractonite. Pretty clean back, nothing there. So, you know, basically that is it for Ractonite. Now, for his articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so you wiggly waggly. He does do a 360. This arm does a 360. Goes out like that, just due to the nature of the piece. Elbow, rotation, and that's it for this arm. This arm does a 360. It goes out like that, and then you got the elbow joint, you know, and this rotates around, and then his waist is 360 degrees, and you can do a kick 90, a kick back, does the full split. And this does not quite, it's a little over 90 for the knee and the feet. Oh, they pivot up and down, and that's it. They don't pivot up and that's about it. So that is Ractonite. And now let's do some robot to robot comparison. And now for robot to robot comparisons, we're going to bring in Wave 2, Deluxe Huffer, and Deluxe Air-Razor. And here is RC, but she is the Earthrise, same figure, different packaging. Then we're going to bring in Wave 1 figures. We got Optimus Primal. We've got Deluxe Cheetor. We've got Warpath. We've got Black Arachnia. And we've got his fellow Fossilizer Paleotrex. So that is all Wave 1. And we're going to keep Paleotrex there. We'll just move him back for a minute. And then we're going to bring in the Modulator Airwave. And then we're going to bring in the Weaponizer Cog. Now all these figures you can take apart and they become weapons for other figures. And so that is how those guys compare. And that is all for robot to robot comparison. Now to transform Ractonite, close the helmet up, cover his eyes up. And then what we're going to do is remove this. And we're going to remove both of his arms. And we're going to move his shoulders. And what we're going to do is put these in here like that. You're going to take this peg, extend it like that, and then you're going to move this like that. Bend them just like that. So put this other one in here, extend this, rotate this up, and extend it. So now you pull this out. We'll worry about that in a minute. And then we're going to take the shoulder piece. And we're going to extend this like this. Alright, pull that down like that. Put the tail in. Now, the leg piece you already have set. So you got this peg into that slot, and then this just goes like that. Next, you take this. Okay, so these are backwards. I always get these mixed up. You push this peg into that hole, and now that's what you got. Now, these are on the wrong legs. I guess it doesn't really matter, but they're hollow inside, so once you get that like that. Now we're getting somewhere. So, take this guy, close the mouth up, pull this around, and this tab will go into the slot. And that is Ractonite. Pretty simple stuff, and you might need some adjusting with the legs, but let's look at Ractonite now. He's got that one red eye. There, he's got the mouth. You can see he's got 2 rows of teeth, which is pretty cool. He's got the nasal cavity there. He's got these horns, and these actually pop out for later. We'll show you these on one of his weapons. So there you got the skeleton head, and then you've got more of the rib cage, and then there's his pelvis back here going all the way down to the spikes, and then you got the feet, and let's see, posability. The head you can move 360, it can move that much, you can move that much, you can move the mouth all the way. He's got a peg in there like that. You can move side to side. These front legs could move, only kick that much and kick that back, and then you could bend them at the knee, not quite 90, and they don't go sideways. The back legs, they can do the whole 360. They can go out to the split. The knee bends 90 degrees, and the feet bend that way. And then the tail goes up and down, and you can't do much with it. So he is pretty posable, and then you can get him in some nice... There is Ractonite in his dinosaur mode. Now let's do some alt mode comparisons. And now at Ractonite, we're going to do alt mode comparisons. This is his fellow Deluxe Huffer, Wave 2. This is Air Razor, also Wave 2 Deluxe. Then we're going to bring in Voyager Optimus Primal, Wave 1. We're going to bring in Cheetor as a Deluxe. Here is Paleotrex, also the other Fossilizer. Let's see, Black Arachnia. And we've got Warpath, the Deluxe. And we're going to bring in Voyager size Cyclonus. And that is all for Ractonite. And before we transform it, just want to show you again, there's that Predacon symbol right there. He's got one little purple on that one side and nowhere else. So now, to get him ready for the weapon mode, tells you take this off, put to the side, take these two, but extend these pegs out, and that's good. Extend this peg out, and that's what you got. Now you pull this out, and then it's got you, let's see, pulling this back like that, and then rotating it. And then you got a little 5mm slot. I don't understand. There's a peg. Oh, and this peg moves. So then you can pull that peg. And the legs, you can pull these off. You can pull these off. And then you could separate this. But when you separate this, you want to fold this back in and make sure this is up like that. And now the pieces are all ready to form. What's next? All right. So our first weapon, we're gonna take the main body. Move this up some, and this is gonna go like this. And then we're gonna take this piece and do that with it. Yes. Then we're gonna take a giant leg, and you have that peg in there, and you're just gonna peg the whole leg in here. Okay. So then we're going to take this piece and extend everything straight. We're just going to put this in here. And this is the weapon you have. So then we're going to take Huffer, put it in Huffer's hands, and he's supposed to stand like that. But here, that's not. Let's try to get Huffer to. Well, that's about as best as you can get it. There you go. And that's what you're gonna get. Actually, you know, this thing is. It's very top heavy, and Huffer is not that strong. So there. Actually, let's bring in Air Razor and try it. Nope, this is way too. This is way too heavy. This is going to be way too heavy to hold in their hands. But that is what it's supposed to look like. And if you want proof, there it is. So, not the greatest. And then we'll take that off, put off away. And now we're going to take everything else apart again. There, and we'll put these pieces, and now next to what we're going to do next. Alright, and the next one we're going to do is we're going to take this piece and the tail and combine them. Then we're going to take one of the smaller legs, push this in here, and here is you actually get to snap it in. This actually snaps in, and that is a sword. So then you take the head, and we're going to pull these off. I'm going to take the big legs, and I'm going to put these on the big legs like that, and then like this. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and we're going to put the big legs like so. And once we do the big legs like that, we're going to take the other small arm. Let's see, let's flip this over. Put the other small arm like this. Okay? And then we're going to take Huffer again. Put this in the back of Huffer. Like, whoops. We're going to put this in the back of Huffer. Okay? And this all fell out. So now we're going to rotate this around like so. And somehow, there. So now Huffer has some weapons on his back. And then we're going to take this and put it in his hand like that. Then we're going to take this and put it here. Huffer was the wrong person to do this. And then this, I guess we're going to put right here. And there you've got Huffer. There we go. Look what that looks like. And now we got Huffer. Whoops, let's move this back. And this is what it is, like that. So, he's got a shield on one arm, He's got this weird big sword on the other arm, and he's got spike launchers. I don't know. Do they shoot? Do they throw spikes? I'm not really sure. And that is what he looks like. Now, let's bring in Air Razor since we didn't do anything, and let's see if we could put this in Air Razor's hand. I should be able to. There. That is in Air Razor's hand. This, like I said, she's got some ports like that. Now she doesn't have any back, which is unfortunate. You think they could have stuck a 5mm port there anyway. And you could put this on this arm. So you've got kind of like that with Air Razor. But she doesn't have, you can't put this on the back. So you can have Ractonite arm up 2 Autobots. And that is Ractonite on Huffer and Air Razor. Now there's one more. So we're going to take everything off again. You know, they used to, on the weaponizers, they used to give names for these. But now they don't. Alright. And now let's see what the final one is. And now for the last part, we want to take this piece, like that, fold this over, get these little horns, and put them on here. Now it tells you to pull this horn off, and there's no way I can get this horn off without breaking it. So we're just going to do 2 horns for now. And then we're going to take this and put it in here. And that's one weapon. And then we're going to take the mouth. Okay, we're going to get the little peg right there. Take one of these feet. Put the feet like that. Then we're going to take the tail and put this here. So let's go bring back Huffer again. And then this, you use this peg for his hand, like so. And then this is a club in the other hand. And then all those are extra pieces, and this is this. So you've got one club and a sword like that. And because I'm putting everything on Air Razor, let's bring over Air Razor. Let's see if she can handle it. So there's the sword. And then we have the big club. And that is how she handles it. And that is all of Ractonite approved, Hasbro approved, fossilized weapons, probably, as you want to say. So, to recap, we did this, we did that, and we did that. And now what we're going to do is put them all back together again. Let's see, this is face, expose the head. Oops. We'll take the spikes here, put the spikes back on here. This is the one arm. This is the other arm, like that. Okay, and we put that there. We put this arm here. Come on. Like that. And then the waist. will go right here. And then we'll do the legs. Let's see. We'll do the, so the, all the hollow stuff is inside. And then we put this here. And now Ractonite is back to his robot self. And that is it for this review. So I'm glad he stuck around to the end. These fossilizers, just like the weaponizers and modulators before them, are pretty cool. Like, subscribe, please turn on notifications. That helps me a lot when I do new videos. Not only that, but you need to comment if you like. Give me a thumbs up. Not a thumbs down. Give me a thumbs up. If you want to give me a thumbs down, just tell me why. But don't do that thumbs down. Like I said, we do Transformers, we do Marvel DC, we do new toy sightings, we do DVD unboxings. Just subscribe. You'll see what we do. And, alright, I guess that's it. So if there's a link to buy this item below, feel free to do that. That helps me a lot. And as Rodimus Prime once said, till all are one, fossilizers, fossilize. And actually, I wanted to show you this too. Before I had this in his hand like that, but what you do is I think he works better if you put this on the side of the hand, and then you do that. And now, it's more like the picture with it on the side of the hand. I think I had it inside, so that is how you do this one. And now let's go to the next one.